Welcome to FurCast episode number 322. I am your host, Nico, the Otter.
I'm your host, Paradox, the Red Wolf.
I'm your fabulous Blue Fox host, Pharaoh.
Hi, how's it going, everybody? It's going to be just a chill show with us tonight. And by chill, I mean we're going to do a show and we have no clue what the hell we're doing. I mean, we never have any clue what we're doing, but you know. Anyway, welcome to FurCast episode 322.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what to talk about. It was kind of a mostly boring week, except my week. My week wasn't boring.
You had things.
Yeah, I went to the hospital and got sedated for the first time. So I've had general anesthesia before, but I've never been sedated.
He had a butt camera.
He did have a butt camera.
Yep, I had a butt camera and a deep throat camera.
That has to be a fetish.
Maybe.
It has to be somebody's fetish.
I told him we want the MPEG footage.
It has to be somebody's fetish.
Then we can do a VR thing and be like, whoa.
Oh, that would be gross.
I actually saw the screen not for that, but for the upper GI thing that they do.
Endoscopy.
And it looked so bad. It was like this really blurry, like.
Well, you can't really stick a GoPro down your throat.
Yeah, I know. But, you know. Anyway, so...
that probably happened. Somebody tried to swallow one.
So I don't know if I've talked about this in the show before, but I've had these kind of weird digestion issues for, honestly, years, where I'm, like, mostly fine, and then all of a sudden, like, something just hits me, and it's almost like I get food poisoning. My body just cleanses everything, and it's gross, and yeah. Anyway,
It's a fun time to share a bathroom with you.
Yeah, so I have a stomach ulcer, and they think that I might have an issue... my body might have an issue regulating the acid in my stomach, but we're not sure. They've got a ton of blood tests, and they did a bunch of biopsies and stuff, so I have to go back for more of that. And I'm hoping that I can get all of it figured out before I lose health insurance. Hooray, America! But yeah, so anyway,
how many more months do you have?
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yep. So anyway, but yeah, so that was my week. It was interesting, and I had to go through all of that. Honestly, if anybody needs to get those procedures done, all I can say is do not worry about it at all. It was so simple, and it really, I mean, I was at a decent place that did it, but it was also it's nothing to freak out about. The sedation worked very well. I slept for most of the day.
I just thought it was really funny because we went out to dinner that night. No, the next night.
I think it was that night.
Might have been that night. But we went out to dinner, and then you're just explaining everything. Like, oh, I kind of felt like I remembered it, but I don't, but I do. And I'm like, I did the same thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, I understand everything. I was so happy.
Well, the other thing is they give you one dose, and that doesn't put you out. They just give you the one dose first.
You're like, this is not going to hit.
You feel it go through your body and your bloodstream. And you're like,
oh,
whoa.
my head feels weird.
Yeah, you're like.
And then they do the second one, and then you're just out.
Yep.
But it's not like you're out and you don't remember. For me, it was when I was getting my wisdom teeth out. I remember going out, and then the next thing I remember was feeling my head moving. Like, it was like feeling like someone was like pushing into my jaw. And then I remember opening my eyes a little bit and seeing this the dentist over my shoulder, digging into my mouth. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And that's what I remember. And I remember laughing a lot after.
Yeah.
And laughing because I was singing the songs that was on the radio. And then I just thought it was weird.
Yeah, and somebody in chat says your job doesn't give you health insurance. So I'm not on my own insurance currently, but that changes because legally it has to. And I do have insurance provided by my company, but it's a $6,000 deductible. It's a lot. Yeah. Might be figuring other things out. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, it's. So the reason sedation, they use it is because it's a lot simpler to... So sedating someone is basically to put them asleep, which is different than general anesthesia, where general anesthesia, they knock you out so hard that you can't even breathe. So a machine has to breathe for you. And obviously there's way more to monitor. It's just way more complicated. So sedation makes sense, and I don't remember any of it. So... and it was really they give you the sedation, and you pretty much... I don't want to say time skips, because it's not that time skipped. It's just that by the time you were willing to reconcile everything that had happened, it had been all over with. Mm-hmm. So that it was...
It kind of feels like, when it was me, it kind of felt like time was going a little fast. Like
It
you, like
definitely-
you still were conscious first, not conscious,
Like,
but you're
as I
still
was,
like a little
I was coming
coherent.
to in the car, and I was like, "Oh, we left." And then I would come to in the car again and go, "Oh, we're pulling into a drive-through to get some food." And then I would come to again, and I'd be like, "Oh, we're home." Like it was
Yeah.
just very.
Like I remember walking because I had to leave the chair because I got my wisdom teeth out, and I walked to this couch, and they're like, "Oh, lie down here." So I lie down. I closed my eyes. I woke up 2 hours later, and they're like, "Oh, you gotta leave." I'm like, "Oh, okay, bye."
Yeah.
They were keeping me there for a reason, but it still felt weird that I was like, "Oh."
Yeah. Anyway, only other thing that I guess I'll mention before we jump into the roundup, I got randomly spam rate limited on Telegram, so I can't message people on Telegram if either they don't message me first or if they don't have me in their contacts. So obviously, like, all of us are fine, and most of my close friends are fine. But like,
So somebody did
if I
it.
just pick a random person in Telegram, I don't think it was anybody that I really know. I think it was in maybe one of like big groups that I'm in or something.
Did you spam anything?
No. I mean,
I was gonna say, do you post in anything?
I'm trying to think, like, did I have like a controversial opinion that offended somebody or something? I really don't know, but it's,
Must have.
But anyway, I'm rate limited for like a month, so I don't know. But and it's all clients too. It's not like it's just one client. It's really weird. But as we jump into the roundup, let me just get ready for that. I'll just switch the graphics to say that we're doing the roundup. Here we go. The roundup is the segment where basically we throw a bunch of fucking links at you for you to check out on your own after the show when you have time. And by the way, I should mention all of the links of things, articles, roundup stuff is all on our website. I had one or two people who listen to our show on Spotify tell me that apparently, for some reason, Spotify doesn't include any of that in the podcast description. I'm not sure why. But either way, if you go to the FurCast website, furcast.fm, you can always get links to this stuff when the show is posted. And the first thing in the roundup, speaking of Telegram, is some pretty major updates. They now have auto-playing videos, automatic downloads, and multi-account support. Finally, for all clients, that includes iOS, Android, and the various desktop clients, you can now have multi-account support. And you can, when you go to log out of Telegram, it will ask you if you want to add another account, you want to set a passcode, if you want to like migrate the phone number of that account to a different one, stuff like that. So shout out to them, and do make sure to update your Telegram client if and when you can. Next thing in the roundup, this is I guess, short film series. Yeah, series. I guess it's the series. It says series called Sally. And it's a bunch of people in suits.
Look, I can't seem to find it.
I don't think so. But I can order it in pretty quickly for you if you like.
Could you? That would be amazing, thanks.
But I guess it's a series on YouTube, and they have a YouTube channel called Sally the Series, and you guys can check it out. It already has 2.7 thousand subscribers, but it might be pretty cool, so you guys can check that out. Next thing in the roundup, this was pretty cool. An article from Outsports. I guess the guy behind the BYU mascot has come out publicly as gay to help change hearts and minds in the policy at a Mormon school. So I don't even know where BYU is, but that was an article from Outsports, so you guys can check that out. And Outsports, by the way, is, I guess, they do LGBT sports news, which is pretty cool. Next thing in the roundup, shout out to Ten Kitsune, who got their stuff featured on national television in Vietnam. So they were on VTV News, and they actually featured their persona because of some of the music that they do. I guess they're like an electronic musician, and they have some pretty cool stuff. And they actually featured like all of the furry art and everything on it. And I've actually got a clip of that here. Though, let me see if I can browse to one of the parts where they featured it. Unfortunately, the video loads a little slow because we're in North America, and the video's, I would assume, hosted in Vietnam, so it's gonna...
Khi đang là sinh viên hội họa, hình tượng chú cáo này chính là do Quang thiết kế.
And there it is! Ah!
Tuổi trẻ đầy năng lượng và hoài bão. Vậy thì hãy cứ thử mình ở nhiều cánh cửa khác nhau. Những cánh cửa ấy
really
đều mang
cute.
lại kiến thức và nó sẽ giúp Quang vững bước hơn trên con đường nghệ thuật tương lai.
Well, yeah, it was a news story featuring essentially like music artists and the fact that, you know, a lot of times when kids use computers, it can freak parents out and, you know, all the time playing games. But this story was basically saying, here, I can actually translate on it real quick. We can get a general idea. Vietnamese boys in the world of electronic music. And it's basically talking about his success as a musician. So you guys can follow 10 Kitsune Music on Twitter and get more information and links to their SoundCloud and all that jazz.
Do we have any other music?
I could go to their SoundCloud and pull it up. I did not load any music because I found this literally 5 minutes before the show. But
Perfect.
yeah, if I just click this and... So, cool stuff. And looks like they're 10 Kitsune Music on SoundCloud as well. So there you go.
I like it.
I like it as well. I'm gonna have to go and get some of that maybe for our
Kind of
other...
sounds like Animal Crossing, like just like backer, like walking
What's the
music.
top
like,
one?
ding, ding, ding.
top one right here. Let's see.
Wow, I really like their stuff.
Yeah, that's really good stuff. So
That's actually really good. I like that a
yeah.
lot.
So
That's actually like better than I was anticipating.
Yep. So shout out to 10 Kitsune on.
Well, I mean, he was on a like they actually put him like on a TV show. So
yeah, 15,000 followers on SoundCloud. So that's pretty awesome.
Play one more. I want one more.
One more. Let's do.
Mas.
Let's do
Sleep Deprived.
Sleep Deprived. Let's see. There's another one called Polygon here.
ooh,
I like Polygon.
it's a good name for it actually.
It is. I like it. So there you go. So that's 10 Kitsune. You guys can check that out. It's awesome stuff. And then the last thing that ran up was something that Nico put in here.
Oh yeah. So on Sunday, I was driving home, and it was super windy, and my parents actually told me about this. So you could increase the picture. So Lake Erie was frozen, but only in parts, and then the wind pushed the ice over the coast, like over the like the bars, and there was a giant pile of ice that became like a tsunami.
So it's like an ice tsunami.
And this is the start.
This is Buffalo in a nutshell.
Yes.
Pretty much, by the way. Holy shit.
So
that's-
it kept going.
I'm surprised that guy is still standing there with his phone, to be honest. I'd be pretty freaked out.
Oh, I would be too.
Well, then again, I suppose...
But
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't the worst actually of it. It's very close.
Oh, yeah, you can see the city in the background there.
This happens every year, though, too.
Not every year. Not they said that this was the highest it's gone in a while. Guess how high it got at like the top.
I'm going to say 25 feet.
Paradox, what's your guess?
20 feet?
40 feet high in some spots.
God damn.
Bulldozing trees and street lamps.
Yeah, so this looks like it's further toward Niagara Falls where this is happening.
And then the one that hit Hamburg and Hoover Beach hit over 30 feet high.
Yeah, wow.
And there are some more pictures of the 30 feet high if you scroll down.
Here, let me,
Because that's not the 30 feet high one. That's like when it just started hitting, and they just kept on piling up.
Oh, yeah, damn.
Literally, because it's...
Town of Hamburg
you
Emergency
can-
Services. This is our local TV station here. Yeah, damn. Oh, wow.
So
What?
it's just all the ice on the lake getting pushed because of the wind.
Yeah.
I had to drive through that wind. It was fun.
Here's a question. Why does anybody live here?
Why do we live here?
Why do we live here? I don't really know. I asked that question.
That happens almost every year, though, and people are just like, oh, we'll just build the barrier a little bit higher. But it doesn't work because ice doesn't...
It's mostly because
You can't stop ice with walls.
the ice does get bad, but it's also every single year it gets a little windier. So like on Sunday when it was like 75-mile-an-hour winds, like it just pushed all of the ice at once. Usually it's like a little bit, and then you get like a mountain, but not like 40 feet high.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
By the way, really fast, shout out to Sophos, who helps us with a lot of the software development and stuff behind the shows. He was mentioning in both of our chat rooms that there are better podcast players available. So if you're using, in particular, Google Play Music and Spotify, aren't really... I mean, they're both trying to improve, but they're not the best podcast players. If you want a really rock-solid podcast app, highly recommend if you're on iOS, Overcast, which is free, or if you're on Android or iOS, Pocket Cast, which is my personal favorite one. It's unfortunately not free. It's a couple dollars, but highly recommended it. It's made by people who really give a shit about podcasts. It's a very intuitive interface. It'll sync like to desktop and everything like that. The other thing is, if you listen to our other show, our music show, you can actually skip tracks, like skip talking beds and everything. In fact, when I'm driving in the car, the skip buttons on my steering wheel will actually skip tracks on our music show, which is awesome. So highly recommend Pocket Casts.
Can they just make that their slogan for when they advertise?
People who actually give a shit about podcasts.
We give a shit.
Pretty much. I mean, it is. So what's funny is
good advertising campaign.
That actually works on lots of levels for the show.
So I believe
We give a shit.
I forget if it was NPR.
Thanks for watching.
I know it was NPR, but I think it was also Public Radio International, American Public Media, maybe BBC World Service was involved. I'm not sure, but they actually purchased Pocket Casts as a company. I believe they're out of Australia. And the reason they did that is because they were worried that podcasting was going to become more proprietary, the way that it works and the architecture of it. And Spotify recently actually purchased some big podcast production networks. And some people are a little bit worried that Spotify is going to go for a model of... You guys know how Netflix has like exclusive shows? Yeah. People are kind of worried about that. And so... NPR and a couple of other like big public radio groups actually purchased Pocket Cast specifically so that they could leave them alone and make sure that it stays an open platform because it's one of the more popular podcasting apps out there. So, yeah, Pocket Casts, good folks, good people. They also respond to you on Twitter if you have problems, which is nice because I had some questions about syncing our podcast to them and they responded pretty quick. So. Yeah. Gimlet Media, by the way, was the name of the company that Spotify purchased, I believe, for many, many millions of dollars, which I was not aware that Gimlet Media was worth that much, but there you go. Yeah, Podcast Addict is also another one. There's a bunch of decent... Anchor, some people are saying, is good. So yeah, there you go. Oh, no, they purchased Anchor, sorry. That's right. No, Anchor isn't an app. We've also had a few people ask, like, I've been doing my best to put us on everything. Like, a few people have asked us to be on Stitcher. A few people have asked us to be on a couple of those other ones. So I've, like, tried to put our podcast on everything, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Good thing that we're animals and can't actually do podcasting with pause.
Yes.
So another
Especially Weppy Paws.
another fun thing that I'll talk about is let me just pull this up really fast.
Oh.
So I'm looking to get little foam covers for our microphones.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And whenever you watch videos of like, you know, BBC Radio 1 or any of those big stations, Absolute Radio is another one. They always have those like big foam things all over their microphones, and they always have like the branding on them. And I'm like, who's the supplier for those? Because I feel like there's probably some company that just is really well known for making those because, you know, when you're BBC, they probably order them by the thousands or whatever. So I know a furry who works for BBC. So I messaged them and I was like, hey, who's the supplier? And they messaged me back, and it turns out it's a company called Foam Conversion. And they run, well, they're part of Foam Conversion, but there's a company called microphonewindshields.com, and they make literally all of them. Like, they are the company that does that. So if you go to that website, it was really funny because they make all of them. So I actually sent a request in for a quote, so I'm going to try to get some. Apparently they're not cheap, but I'll try to see if I can get them for our stuff. And you tell them like the microphone model that you have and the exact dimensions, and they'll actually like machine it out so that it fits perfectly over the mic and everything. And they also use like the correct type of foam so it's acoustically transparent and everything. So, yeah.
What was this for? The little like square things on the mics, or
no, little foam covers that like you can have your logo printed on them. So I'm gonna try to get some for our mics so that we can stop using these.
we need to get like something for like when we're at cons.
Yeah.
Like those mics?
Yeah, flags. Yeah. I'd rather not do flags. If you can do the foam, it actually looks way better. Like, let me see if I can.
No, for like a handheld mic. Not for like in the studio when like we're at cons.
Yeah, like you can get.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah, you can get all kinds of really nice. Actually, they have a portfolio down at the bottom of their website right here. I'll just click that. I was showing you the Kinder Egg one, which was great. They made a foam cover for a microphone that looks like a Kinder Egg, and it's great. But yeah.
Okay, I like those.
They're pretty nice. And you can actually send them Pantone codes and they will actually produce the foam in that Pantone color. So if you are trying to like make it match a certain branding and stuff, you can do that. So I sent them a vector of our XBN logo. Well, I'll see what they quote me. I don't know how expensive it is. They might be, especially because we're only going to get a small number of them. Like I'm probably just going to get like 4 or 8 of them or something like that. So I don't know how much they'll be. But
It can't be that expensive to print on a foam.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Because if it was a crazy expensive, then companies wouldn't.
I'm guessing at most it might be like a couple hundred to do an order, like a custom order for a few of them. I'm guessing that's like the high price. If it was, but the other thing,
a lot of those things too is like once you have them make the original copy or something like that, then usually anything else afterwards is usually cheaper.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see businesses going to them and ordering 100 mic covers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's probably what it is. And they actually said that. They said, when you ask for a quote, you're supposed to tell them the amount that you're estimating because that affects the unit price. So I really don't know.
I can't think of any news stations that would go and be like, we need 100 mic covers. Like I feel like most would be like 10 or 20.
Yeah.
I can't imagine them coming in and saying like, because you're not going to store a huge box of just mic covers just in case you have.
Well, so if you're on the road, if you're like a person who goes out and interviews, you probably need new ones all the time because I'm sure they get covered in dirt and they get,
Smelly.
And it's also foam, so it degrades over time. And that's actually one of the reasons that I want a high quality product because these are expensive microphones and I don't like. You can go on Amazon and just get shitty foam covers, but a lot of that foam is really garbage foam that just like disintegrates and it'll destroy the microphone if you're not careful. So I was like, yeah, I kind of want to be careful with it. Anyway, news. Anybody got news?
What type of news?
I don't know. What type of news do you want? I'm sure I would assume you're the one who has it.
I have one about Zamaro.
Oh, yeah?
His parents getting high.
I'm kind of excited. At some point soon, we're going to get new news music.
We make a new email theme.
Oh, God, no.
That seems like it would take a while.
We could have Nico sing it now.
Yeah, but the problem is I actually can sing. And I'll
Exactly.
feel bad. I'll be like,
I like how that's a problem.
No, we're not going to
That-
sing.
that
You're
you-
just
Oh,
going
no,
to sing the
no.
whole thing. You're going to sing our email thing. We'll just type it up. You have to sing the whole thing.
we could.
See?
I don't want to.
Well, it doesn't matter what you want. We're not kind here to our employees.
But I pay. I pay you. Pay you for rent.
Well, that's the house. You're still the employee of FurCast.
I guess technically I'd be like a volunteer because it's a business.
I suppose.
Non-for-profit charity.
Yeah.
It's
Weird.
definitely not. No.
Where it's a not for profit.
Do you have any idea how much? Well, it effectively is, but legally it most certainly is not. Do you have any idea how
it's a company.
complicated? Do you have any idea how complicated running a non-for-profit
we could just make it into a religious.
Non-for-profit TM.
Let's make it into a religion.
non-for-profit TM. Yeah.
If John Oliver taught us anything, it's how easy to make something into a religion. So just
that is true.
Make FurCastism. The Church of FurCast.
But yeah,
It was the Church of Knots. We've already talked about this.
as Boozy, because we had Boozy on one time, and he was like, if you run a non-for-profit and you don't have a lawyer, you're a fucking idiot. Because I guess running non-for-profit is very challenging.
So let's just hire Boozy. We'll just pay him in booze.
No, not for profit with a K.
Not for profit?
No.
A full new breed.
I'll ding it for you, Sophos. That was really I actually liked
I mean,
it.
can we edit it and like submit it to like the
What?
Better Business Bureau as a not-for-profit?
Not for profit?
So when they approve it, thinking it's just a spelling error, then we can actually like forego all of the legal rights because they looked at and agreed to something that was not
for profit. Just a not.
We're normal.
We profited knots. Knots for profit.
So would a Bad Dragon be considered a not for profit? because it's a knot.
No, it's knots for profit.
Ah,
Knots
knots.
for profit, yeah. But, well, not all things at Bad Dragon have knots, though.
True, but they definitely do have
Yeah.
knots.
But those things aren't for profit. See, only the knots are for profit.
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody in chat says, why not?
That one doesn't get a ding.
Yeah, that doesn't get a ding.
It was close. You get the kudos, but you don't get the ding.
Sofo says Boozy's a PA lawyer. I don't think he's licensed in New York State. Well, FurCast is moving again.
I mean, that's like what? An hour, maybe?
Yeah, it's like an hour drive.
No, see, our headquarters will be in PA, and then this
Oh,
is just the studio.
Well, no.
Operations will be
Once
in New
again,
York.
John Oliver, he had his religion thing that was set in New York City, but he registered it in like Texas, and they were like, "This is perfectly fine." You remember this?
Yeah, I remember.
I'm pretty sure he went to like Texas for
So
it.
knots for profit is.
We can register it
We're
in
at Boozy's
Pennsylvania.
address. We'll just register at Boozy's address.
Boozy's address.
We do like all the same things that John Oliver does. We meet in one specific spot here, at a specific time.
I'm assuming like
Now.
Boozy has an accounting firm address. I mean, we just use that.
You would save a lot of money on taxes
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah.
We could.
Does Boozy get a write-off?
I don't know.
Do you have to like put a statement and hire him?
We employ badgers.
But but the only people, like one of the stipulations is you have to be an animal person to be enjoying it,
Yep.
be part of it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you have to have
To enjoy knots for profit.
a...
Part of our religion is that you have to
I was just thinking,
accept yourself as a.
is Boozy an American badger or a European badger?
I think he's a badger.
He drinks a lot of booze, so I would say probably European.
Yeah, he's probably a European
German.
badger.
German badger.
Anyway.
This is the dumbest conversation.
You don't know how much you can make with knots for profit.
Read your article.
Zumaro's parents are getting high
Wow.
illegally.
Well, I mean, wait a minute. Because if they're in Canada,
No. Parrots keep attacking poppy farms to get high on opium.
I was gonna say if it was like marijuana, I'd be like, that's legal there.
Yeah.
Okay. Go on.
Opium addicted parrots.
Hmm.
This is our future. It's something you got to prepare yourself for in 2019. I think that'd be the funnest job as a scientist, is just getting a bunch of different animals and then getting them like high on drugs. Like we've talked about countless times, like when they feed like LSD to octopuses and stuff like that. I feel like that as a job in general, your only job is you're going into work and giving drugs to some other animal today and then documenting the research. I feel like that's a pretty good job. Like
Science.
I feel like that is, yeah.
what do you do for a living? I give drugs to animals.
Oh, so you're
Illegal narcotics.
I was gonna say, so you're a veterinarian? No.
I'm a illegal drug dealer to
I'm a non-consensual drug dealer.
to animals.
Anthropomorphic drug dealer.
Feral drugs.
Feral drugs.
That would be a show title.
That's a good one.
Oh my
I
goodness.
like that one.
Farmers in India have reached out to the authorities after repeatedly being attacked by opium-addicted parrots. Tomorrow, control your fucking flock. I assume you take responsibility for all parrots.
I like how we know so many avian furs, but whenever we need to make fun of avians, it's always Zumoro. For those who don't know, Zumoro is our web developer.
Because he's the angriest.
Yeah, because he's an angry bird and he pecks at bugs. He eats bugs.
Farmers in Madhya Pradesh say their opium crops are being ruined by parents.
Parents?
Yeah, parents. They're being ruined by parents.
Fuck them.
Ruined by parrots who keep returning to raid their farms in an attempt to get high.
Fuck them.
That's what the birds are doing.
Exactly. They're parents.
The farmers have been guarding the fields day and night to protect their poppies, but the birds are willing to risk it all to get their beaks on some opium, which is being farmed for medical purposes.
Makes sense.
Playing loudspeakers has failed to rid the farms of the birds, whose opium problem is far too developed to let noise deter them. A video shows the birds attacking the crops and making off with opium pods in a rarely seen bird-based drug heist. Sorry. I want more bird-based drug heists. Yeah, I want to see a parrot snorting cocaine. Can a parrot snort cocaine?
Cracker.
That's crack. Polly wants crack.
Damn it!
Show title. Polly wants crack.
Oh my god.
There you go. That's it.
If we ever get a bird in this house, we're teaching it to say Polly wants crack.
I'm okay with this.
The parrots are creating massive losses to the farmers in Nemec district, NDTV reports. One poppy flower gives around 20 to 25 grams of opium, but a large group of parrots feed on these plants around 30 to 40 times a day and even fly away with the whole poppy pods. This affects the produce, and one opium cultivator told NDTV. These opium-addicted parrots are wreaking havoc. This isn't the first time the farms have been attacked by opium-addicted birds. It's an ongoing problem for the area. The first reports of the raids were in 2015, and they have continued ever since, getting more dramatic. The parrots wait until the farmers slit open the opium pods in order to ripen them, at which point they begin their attacks. In 2017, the government's narcotics department issued a warning about drug-addicted birds after opium theft started occurring in several different regions.
Opium thefts.
The narcotics department for an entire country had to warn the population of
Birds that are on cocaine.
drug-addicted birds.
I'm picturing what these things look like, and I'm picturing the bird before crack, and the bird after crack. It's all like frilled and fuzzy, and the eyes are twitching. This is your brain on drugs.
This is
So
your
that actually would make a lot more sense with this, because they're birds, so it's eggs, and they just smash it, and they're like, oh.
No, I assume you're also
The
not
babies.
you're not supposed to fly while intoxicated.
But they do.
Yeah, they do.
They just hit things, kill families of other birds.
Parrots are surprisingly determined and very sophisticated in their heists now. Usually the parrots would make sounds when in a group, one farmer said. But these birds have now become so smart that they don't make any noise while they swoop in on the fields. The birds start chirping when they fly away with the opium pods.
They're smart. They're learning.
Catch me now, motherfuckers!
Fuck you.
We have tried every possible trick to keep the birds at bay, but these addicts keep coming back even at the risk of their own lives.
Okay.
The bird drug epidemic. Not avian flu, it's avian screw.
I'm just picturing Ronald Reagan talking about even the birds are on drugs.
Yeah.
Oh, poly crisis.
All right.
Which articles do I want to do neat?
I wonder if the birds can have crack babies, even though they're eggs. So it's like a crack egg.
A cracked egg?
A cracked egg.
Cracked out eggs.
No, I meant literally, it's cracked and there's crack inside of it.
Yeah.
A cracked crack?
A cracked crack. Yeah, the crack reveals the crack. We should probably Anyway, moving on. I have one.
Oh.
Let me just open it up right here.
Let's see which one.
Which one? I'm gonna do the one on the homeowners association.
I did not put that one in. Okay.
Honda owner fined by homeowners association because. Now, why would you think? Right. Probably because the car is too loud. Probably because it takes up too much space. Probably because there's something wrong. All the different reasons that a car owner would get fined. Now it turns out it's because it left a suggestive shape in the parking lot. There's a picture of it.
It actually, yep.
Mm-hmm.
How did it leave that shape?
I don't know. I guess
It was just really horny. It looks like a penis if audio listeners, because you can't see the picture. The car left a outline of a penis, but like a really like not really penisy penis.
Tennessee Homeowners Association tried to fine a couple of $100. At least that's still ridiculous, but at least it's only 100 for the phallic shape their Honda Insight left in a snow parking lot after they moved their car. The Honda owner, Catherine, explains on Reddit's Fuck Homeowners Association's subreddit. I'm glad that that's a subreddit. On how their condos complex homeowners associations suck. And sorry, I gotta loop the music there. And they stuck her husband with a fine after almost a week after the development was hit by wintry weather. The Homeowners Association emailed them saying the penalty was for some unspecified reason pertaining to their car in the snow. Quote, your car, specifically the Honda, left this offensive image on the ground after you left. I believe you will see why we have had complaints about it, the email shared with the drive reads. One of our residents took the photo and reported it to us out of concern for our younger residents. The image shows a blob of bare pavement where the car had been parked and the snow around it. Some might say the outline... This is so fucking stupid.
Oh, so it's the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I thought it was a stain.
It's the snow.
It's
snow.
I thought that was like an oil stain, and it was just like a weld out. And now I see it. That was literally just the car's shadow.
Now imagine you getting fined $100 for that.
I guess so. Reading for they dropped it.
Good.
Yeah, because
It's bullshit.
If I did that, I would go outside where the car was, whip out my fucking dick, and piss away the snow.
See,
from the
now
phallic.
that would get you worse.
I don't care.
That would be like jail.
I would piss in a bottle and then dump it into the parking lot. How's that?
Also, I just thought of something with the back with the birds.
yeah.
Imagine if they're like super like cracked up and they had like they laid eggs that people ate and they were like cracked up eggs. Like you eat it and then you're like high because
There's like cocaine in the egg.
there's like cocaine in the egg, so you have like scrambled egg cocaine.
Scrambled egg.
Scrambled cocaine gives it that little edge,
Yeah, that little...
the little pick me
I
up.
don't know why I'm really into these scrambled eggs, guys.
Little pep in your step.
Little yeah. Wow, it makes me really hungry. I'm really hungry now. I haven't eaten anything all day other than that
Tim Hortons.
That Tim Hortons earlier.
That was a while ago.
That was a while ago, and it was only like a little hoagie sandwich thing.
Those are really cheap.
Yeah, they are cheap. That's why I get them. Well, that and we had the free drink passes.
Yeah, we got a lot of free drinks.
Yeah.
We didn't win anything off the free drinks, which was sad.
Have you won it all?
Yeah, we won. He won like a bunch of
I won
coffees.
a few of them, so we went to Tim Hortons and we got all
I
free
won
stuff.
a lot of donuts already.
Yeah. So it was great.
I won like three whole donuts. Is there more to the story or that it?
No, that's pretty much it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's a little bit more detail on like her firing back, writing an email back at them responding, saying they're dropping it, so it's stupid. But I'm glad that there's a Fuck Homeowners Association subreddit, though. That's pretty great.
That's one of the biggest things we looked for when we were buying a house, was make sure that there was no homeowners association associated with any kind of block or anything in the area.
Yeah. The only issue we had was the railing for the stairs on our front porch. I remember, like, some person for the town came by and said you need a railing on it. But that was simply because, like, it was not an OSHA thing, but it was some other
Coding
code.
violation.
What?
Coding violation.
Yeah, that was a code violation.
Because we were building the stairs, but
Yeah.
we needed a temporary. You could have put up rope and a pole. You needed just a temp railing in the meantime while you show that you were working on the actual railing,
Yeah.
which I thought was actually funny. But they didn't fine us or anything. They just let us a note. It was like, can you just respond to us in 3 days and let us know what you're doing with your front porch?
That's good. They didn't fine you or anything, yeah.
No.
Well, they just wanted to be safe so then people actually can go up it to give you mail.
Yeah.
people give
That's literally
The
it.
mailbox is not on the front porch. It's on below.
I know, but like they have to put boxes up there.
Well, the only reason we had to fix the front porch was because the FedEx guy broke the steps.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it like a FedEx guy that broke our stairs?
Yes.
Yeah. I remember that.
That
yeah.
started the whole fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was great.
And
Anyway.
I built new steps.
I got one, I guess.
Hold on.
I'll go with our local news one. Why not?
Local news one? All right. go
Another
ahead.
local news.
Ramps still have railings, by the way. Whoever said that in chat.
Yeah,
Why did you
somebody was
really-
like, build a ramp. Then you need the railing.
You
Yeah.
still need railings.
Pretty much. Okay. Can we talk? I have to talk about this. We have like no railings on any of the stairs, like in this house.
Is it in an old... Wait, oh, okay.
In this house,
Yeah, we do.
not many. Like a good chunk of the ones that I go on, like that side one, there's like a good section that doesn't have a railing, and I fall down the stairs all the time because I always rely on the railing to catch myself. So
Like an old man.
it hurts my butt. I always have a bruise, and it's bad.
Quote, there were railings when we bought the
I
house.
know.
But they weren't attached to anything.
Okay.
They weren't attached to studs or anything. They were just put into the wall to look like they were supporting.
Okay, well, I fall downstairs and it hurts. So next time I fall down the stairs, I'm just gonna go up to you and be like, I hate you.
Hey, you know what you could do? Don't
Not fall down the
Yeah,
stairs?
not fall
No.
See, what would have happened if you relied on the railing that was there prior?
I know it would rip the wall, but I would feel
you, and you
so
would
much.
still fall down the stairs.
Yes, but I'd feel better because I broke something. I'd be like, ha, my butt hurts, but now there's a hole in the wall. This is a story.
It would be probably to your room, too.
Probably. My room's also really drafty. 75-mile-an-hour winds. I just got like right in my face, but now I got a heater, so it's fine. But it's drafty.
Because you have a shitty one-pane window from the 1950s.
I have a very, very small room. Yes. The 1950s.
Yeah.
Well, the 1900s, really, because the house was
Well,
built in-
how's that heater that you bought working out?
It's amazing.
Dude, buying a heater and keeping it by my feet in my room is one of the best things I ever did.
Because since my room is so tiny that it like I could just turn it up to like a little bit, and it's like my room becomes a sauna, and it's just,
Yeah,
I don't do it often because it literally kills me because it's like drying me out. But
I love having a heater that I can just turn on and keep my feet warm. It's the best feeling.
You know, you complain a lot. Because
Okay,
there was
okay.
a time where I kept the thermostat up to like 65,
oh no, that's
67,
how come I got a space heater, because I don't want to complain because that's like
because then everyone was like, "Oh, it's too fucking hot upstairs."
Okay,
It's like a sauna.
only you and Ikazuri complained about that.
No, because
I did too.
Oh, you
Okay,
did?
it's the thing.
Fuck you!
I'm sorry.
I loved when it was warmer
Okay.
in this house.
The thing is, I like the control of like, oh, I'm in a cold room now. I can turn off my space heater and it's cold. Oh, it's hot. I want to turn it hot. Also,
See, the problem is a couple things. The problem is the insulation in the house varies massively. And then the second thing is because it's a heat radiant system, in order to heat the house, the system is very powerful, but it very quickly gets out of control, and that's the problem is that it'll get the temperature swings are very wild. Even though we have an intelligent thermostat, it's, you know,
also, my ex, like when he was like living at my house, and he was talking to my mom, and he's like, yeah, he complains a lot. Has he always done that? And my mom just like turned him and was like, he complains a lot.
I thought
and
you-
I was like in the room. I'm like, God, what?
okay, can I just say that I thought that you were going to say that your ex complained about the heat, and I was going to say your ex was a lizard, and that would be really funny if a reptile furry complained
That would
about
be
heat.
funny.
That would be
No.
very funny.
But it was just he complains a lot, and my mom's like, that's his thing. He complains a lot. And I'm
You
like,
do.
I know I do, but I don't
you're
realize
very-
until
you're
like much after.
You're
that
very
I'm like,
judgy. But,
I am
but,
judgy.
but again, you're judgy with noises. So again,
Yeah.
like, and we've talked about this before on the show, but like, you do the whole like, huh? You'd be like, oh, how was your day? Well, how was that movie? It was, Or like, I'd be like, hey, what do you think of this? And you'd be like,
In my defense, all problems that were in your room are problems because you moved in 3 days.
I did move in 3 days.
I think even less.
would you like him to do what I did and take a year to move in?
No.
I mean, I think more would be done in the
Your
room.
room was like almost completely done with carpet and everything.
Yeah.
His room was literally just
Nothing.
painted white with a bare floor that hadn't even been sanded yet.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't you worry. I got carpet in it now.
That room's a summer project.
So I have to move out in the summer so you can finish it.
Well, we were. I thought Nico's room was pretty nice when we were done with it. I mean,
I like the paint.
He
yeah,
just doesn't like the ceiling.
What?
I don't like the ceiling hole. No, I don't like that.
Yeah. I can.
That was a really funny part of like, you were like
The
painting.
ceiling hole.
You were painting, and then you're like, "What is this?" And you poked it, and it was like, "Boom!" And there's like a big chunk of
It's like a shitty drop ceiling.
like just a giant
It's the
chunk of the
same-
ceiling just fell
It's
out.
the same ceiling that was in his room that I completely repaired.
And it was a mess to pull it out. No, actually, it was a different drop ceiling. It was the like metal frame drop ceiling in my room. Not the kind that's in his room is the kind that was in the living room. But either way, yeah. This house was, there were a lot of drop ceilings, and you would remove the drop ceiling and you'd go, why did they have it? But because there was a drop ceiling, in order to remove it and then get the actual ceiling up to stuff in terms of like paint and like not having tons of holes in it and weird, support structure and everything, it was like why? It was just, I don't know. It was like one of those weird trends. But hey, at least there were no popcorn ceilings in this house.
Truth.
My parents' house had popcorn ceilings.
Yeah.
They still do.
Luckily, our house doesn't. And there was no asbestos other than the basement,
Good to know.
which was removed.
Okay, I was gonna be like, good to know. Am I dying?
No, asbestos is fine as long as you don't
Breathe it.
fuck with it.
Touch
And
it.
and that's the problem is a lot of
You can
popcorn
touch it.
ceilings. A lot of popcorn
You can't breathe
ceilings
it.
had asbestos behind them, so it was very difficult to remove the popcorn ceilings without like hiring a company to do it. So luckily we didn't have to deal with that.
No, you just wet it first and then remove it. It's only when it's in dust that it causes
As it goes into your lungs.
mesothelioma.
Never seen out of that clip.
Anyway, news.
Oh yeah. Man allegedly faked to own kidnapping.
ding.
Oh, what?
Good thing.
All right, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I always forget about that one.
Yeah.
Man allegedly, I'll click ding again, faked to own kidnapping to get out of Super Bowl pool payout. I chose this because it sounded funny.
First, I mean,
Like it was not in anything of our news.
I'm not even gonna comment on the whole gambling. Why would you bother thing? But anyway, if you think kidnapping, that's fine. It's fine.
Newfane, New York. So close to here, actually.
Oh, that's lovely.
State police say a Western New York man faked his own abduction and robbery because he was short of cash owed. Sorry, I can't read with like half an eye, so I'm just gonna push this down. I don't talk with a lot of.
That's fine.
Owed in a Super Bowl pool. Troopers found 60-year-old Robert Brendel of North Tonawanda tied up in his
Wow,
pickup truck.
this is a local story.
Yeah, I know. It's not on any of our things. It's on Huffington Post.
Yeah, that's like 2 towns away from here.
Did you choose this too? Did you?
No.
Okay.
I saw it.
It is a dumb thing, but it's really short, so that's why I'm proud of you. In his own pickup truck Monday in a parking lot in Newfane, 30 miles north of Buffalo. Brendel told troops 2 men involved in his Super Bowl squares robbed him of $16,000, drove him around for 2 days, and left him tied up in his pickup truck. Investigators determined Brendel had entered some fake names in his $50,000 squares pool, hoping to take most of the winnings, but instead ended up short for the payouts. Brendel was charged with fraud and falsely reporting an incident.
Fraud.
It couldn't be determined if he has a lawyer to comment. Probably not. I love this area. Why do we live here?
I don't know. Why do we live here?
Also, he looks like a coke dealer in this picture.
He probably is a coke dealer.
He looks like he'd done meth.
Yeah. He's probably got birds around him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He's a parrot dealer.
Anyway.
See, now that would be an interesting way to try to distribute cocaine.
Like carrier pigeon?
No, by carrier parrot. Like you have a parrot, it gets super high on cocaine. It lays a bunch of eggs, and then you ship the eggs.
Oh, wow.
And then they can't really drug test the eggs.
and then you get you extract.
But you don't have to extract the eggs. You just have
a whole team of drug dealers just making scrambled eggs.
You could be at a nice B&B, and they'd be like, There's a lot of meth heads at this B&B, and then they're like, yep, because it's in the eggs.
Well, isn't there a way to make the outside of an eggshell like porous, and then you can actually stick a needle in? So couldn't you suck out the actual egg, and then put a liquid form of cocaine back into the eggs, and then have a 12-pack of eggs, and then give that to someone?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. Cartels do a lot of things.
Well, cartels wouldn't ship eggs.
Why not?
It'd be a local dealer.
You never know.
Eggs go bad.
Not if you're like right across the border in Texas.
Then you would do pottery. Or pants. Or like many other things that people have done.
Yeah, but they know all that, and they're going to check all that.
Wasn't there like a ship recently that docked, and then they found like tons of cocaine under the floorboards or something?
Probably.
I remember hearing about that on BBC. It was like I think it was in California somewhere, some ship docked, and there was just like, it was all under the floorboards, and they were like, oh! Yeah.
I bought this cruise liner like this.
I found it like this, I swear.
That's not my drugs.
Well, that's why this ship was so expensive.
I got it at a drug auction. Or a police auction.
Oh, man. All right. Do you guys want to go on a break?
Sure.
Music break. All right, you guys are listening to FurCast live on XBN. I did have one person contact me for a shout-out modification. So that will happen in the middle of this month of March. But in the meantime, thank you to all of our patrons. The next time we update our Patreon shout-out, it will be the 40th round of Patreon shout-outs that we have done, which is crazy. So this is 39. Anyway, we're going to go on a quick music break. You guys are listening to FurCast live on XBN. We'll be back in just a bit. Support for FurCast comes from Patreon users, including Shaman the Photon Wizard, Fayun, Energize the Wolf, Sweetie Darling, Barnaby Fox, Midnight Plasma, A New Fox, Binary Pause, Fireline Coyote, Code Yax, Ren Yemi The Mess, Tukiri, Lieutenant Fox, Doxy, Arceus the Tiny Tiger, Jake the Otter, Meru Snowmew, Jeb with an uppercase E and a lowercase L, D Otter, Ski Sharp, Nether Lynx, Frost Wolgon, Static the Scrap Goat, Taru the Yellow-Nosed Doggo, Archon the Four-Eyed Dragon, Jax the Husky, Decibel Fox, Zoopy Zo the Oreo Tiggy, Fuzzy the Fox, A Certain Horse, and Gaia Wellen.
Additional support comes from social media. Twitter users: Commander Wolf 3, Alpha Werefox, Kazro Fox, XSS Fox, Cody Boopers, Demonic Vel, Drop Table Foxes, Dapper Panther, Jesse A. Carver, Cyrus SL, Mike Chrome Fox, the other Commander Wolf on Twitter at FurWolf99, Malactus on Twitter at Virtual Fox, Z-Leg on Twitter at Stealthy Dragon, 12 on Twitter at The Lion Thing, Shua on Twitter at Pulsing Panther, Coda Winter on Twitter at Dakota Wolf 12, and from YouTube channels, Hayu Martin and Joe G. Bear.
Additional support comes from Devin D. Parlett in the Furry Hockey League at furryhockeyleague.com, Macrowolf at macrowolf.com, Shisha Sheppy, who's a good boy, record not found in table Foxes with primary key Dark Fox DK, Harryhoo Inkpen Mouse at harryhoo.com. Please stay out of the designated tar seating on public transport. This is a public service announcement by the Quadruped Care Foundation and Nadia Mayer. Silver Moonshine, fursuit maker and future pup you fur. At Alligator300 on Twitter, creating pixel arts and being a filthy hybrid since 2012. Tantru, with World in Rue View, providing furry news since 2015. Patty, who says what Socks says is true. Socks, who says what Patty says is not true. Nectris the Koi Dog Rogue, furry tabletop enthusiast since 2009. Raiko's furry fortune-telling at its finest. Message them on Telegram at Obsidian Fox. Saucy Fox, who says, I'm trash. Raccoons HMU. Fishmeister Cod, still not a furry since February 2011. Sorcerer Dale, the Kilted Dragon, find me on Telegram at SorcererDale. Fisk_MacTaggart on FA will draw for food. Cody's Customs, specializing in gas and diesel truck. Wait a second. Cody's Customs, who says Jesse is the best kitty? I mean, it's your money. If you want to waste it on something that's plainly obvious to literally everyone in the universe, that's your choice. I thank you for it, but it doesn't really need to be said, But thank you. Cody's Customs, who says Jesse is the best kitty. Well, it's true, and it's also true that Cody is the best customs. Max Shepard, who has been watching since the Bacon Felony. Little Sunshine and Scootaloo with the unofficial XBN Xbox app at patreon.com/horseapps. FurCast's #1 Wimpy fan, Tyler the Wesky. Chris Tale on FA, specializing in Toonie art. I'm a couch and you can too. Find out more on Twitter at @SignAutar. The Church of Issoir, worshipping lynx since the year Tuft. X the Fox, the real blue fox. Deal with it. Super Dwarf with anthrolinks.net. Skycorp, creating transformative technologies for mature audiences at skycorp.global. Zoopy Zo, supporting Tim Tam Anonymous meetings. This Cookie, creating procedural beat maps for VR rhythm games. Kranos, who says circles are rubbish. Meds the Fox and Mississippi Anthropomorphics. Like our Facebook page at facebook.com/msanthro. Tekwin, TC Fox and Kaiwana of the Inn for Sec Den in Wellington, New Zealand. Sylvan Scott, Grey Muzzle, Sorta Rider, and Tabletop Gamer, located on Twitter as @Sylvan_Scott, and on Fur Affinity as Sylvan, with size-related stories and other speculative fiction. Shadowclaw Studios, check out our Facebook page for links to our gaming streams. The Feline Support Alliance, Mao for All, and All for Mao. Chacket Airlines, we still and always will land on our feet. Except last week, I had an incident, I lodged a complaint, there was an issue, get back to me. Silvergatoman at patreon.com/silvergatoman. Cheetah Paws, for a daily dose of bulgy arts, support him at patreon.com/cheetahpaws.
And a very special thanks to Blaze Fusky. Support for FurCast comes from Patreon, PayPal, and from listeners like you. To become a patron and learn more about supporting FurCast, visit furcast.fm/donate.
This is XBN.
is FurCast on XBN. I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far tonight. We'll be back in just a little bit.
Quiet nights of quiet stars. Floating up the silence dance around Floating up the silence dance around Don't go Floating up the silence dance around Floating up the silence dance around Don't go Quiet nights of quiet stars I can lose you in these Quiet nights of quiet stars I can lose you in these Quiet nights in these I can lose you If you're feeling loves you in these I can lose you in these loves you in these I can lose you in these floating on the silence dance around I can lose you in these I can floating on the silence dance around I can lose you in these
This is XBN. And we're back.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you didn't warn us.
It's
So I can
called
forgive him because
You're in a live radio studio. You know what you
Hey,
can do is you know what
shush.
you can do is just pay the fuck attention.
Oh fuck! I didn't shut the door.
No, you didn't shut
Oh,
the door.
fuck
Oh, no, Nico's gonna-
Ow.
At some point, we'll have like ergonomic chairs that are actually made for this,
Eventually.
like Aeron chairs or something.
Also, I feel weird because I'm wearing my grandfather's pants. I was at my grandparents' house.
The pants of history.
Your parents have seen the 1920s. But no, I was at my grandparents' house and I was like playing video games, and my mom's like, "Oh, I'm gonna sit down here," and she spilled an entire glass of wine on me. Like it didn't hit the couch at all. It just drenched me. Like it wasn't even her glass of wine, just head to toe in it. And then she's like, "Oh no!" And she ran over, grabbed a towel, and then I was like, "Oh, are you gonna give me a towel?" She's like, "No, get up." And then she was trying to get the couch. She's like, I want to make sure there's nothing on this couch. And I'm like, Mom, I'm like, it's all on me. And she's like, oh, well, you dry.
Okay, I was hesitant at first, but try this.
I'm good.
No, it's actually like, it doesn't taste like there's fruit in it. It's just
What are you doing? Explain.
I don't want to.
There's a berry chocolate.
Yeah. What's the brand of the chocolate?
There's too berry for me. Oh, I don't like that. It's like chewy. No, thank you.
Really? I think it's actually.
Oh, Whitaker's. It's Whitaker's chocolate.
It's like chewy. Oh,
Oh, I wonder.
I don't like it. Ugh, stuck in my teeth.
I'm trying to think of where I got this. I might have gotten this in New Zealand.
Try this.
No, I refuse.
No, you wouldn't like it.
I would not like it. A. B. It'll probably make me sick.
The berry bits got stuck
Also,
in my
I don't
tooth.
want to have to sit here for another fucking hour tasting that in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm getting that. It's just stuck in
Yep.
my teeth.
It's actually really good. I'm a
don't like
fox.
it.
We like
Oh.
berries.
Yeah.
I'm an
fuck,
otter.
yeah,
We like fish.
Yeah, I was gonna say you dig holes and eat berries. So. Yeah.
Also, I got really upset at my grandmother today.
Oh yeah, why?
She was like,
I feel like you just get upset at
I
everyone.
get upset about everything. Yeah, that's my
I
life.
feel like I could just sit in my room and you'd be like, Paradox is kind of annoying because
He's just looking at his computer. He doesn't even look at me. I can complain about anything. It's great. Anyway, my grandma was like,
continues to complain.
shh.
Pop filter a little further away, by the way. No.
I'm just gonna talk over here because I can.
Okay,
Can I just
sure.
say, the lock on my door doesn't work. Here, I give you the tools to fix it. It complains about fixing it.
No, okay, I did not complain how to
Complains
fix
about
it.
window. Complains about air leaks. Complains about the ceiling.
Well, to be fair,
Complains that it's too hot.
Wait.
Complains that it was too cold.
That one is kind of funny. That would work.
I wouldn't say he complained about the door thing though, because he literally
I did
couldn't
not
do
complain.
it.
Okay, just so you know.
And also, if he's paying rent, he should probably have a door that works.
Just so you know.
I agree. I did not know.
I didn't complain for a solid month after I fucking broke the thing. Because I was like,
And then I didn't know even more when when I gave him all the necessary tools to fix it. And this was a new learning experience for me to know that someone's never used tools before, like Stonehenge. Then I learned about your past history, and now I accept you for who you are. But there was a time where I did not know who you were. And it worried me.
so my grandmother asked me if, she's like, oh, you know a lot about otters. Meh. And then she's like, are there otters in like this area
Space?
near Buffalo? And I'm like, don't think so. And she's like, 'cause I saw one. And I'm like,
I mean, you live here.
I mean, that's true. But I was like, I don't think so. And then she said she saw one. I'm like, oh, I maybe. So I like Googled it, and we have otters here. And I'm like, fuck you. I didn't see an otter here. I actually got
We
upset.
also have beavers.
Nico's complaint hotline. Show title. Thank you, Tanneru. I do complain a lot.
That'd be pretty great.
Which also, by the way,
You're like a young bandit.
Like, I just... wow, that is... Wow! Wow! For those who don't know, Bandit is a local fur who complains a lot. I just imagined a complaint hotline.
I've never thought about it for the longest.
1-800-complaints. Hello, what's your complaint? I was trying to order food and these people in front of me took a little too long.
I
Like,
would do that. I would actually do that.
I never just like sat down and thought about all because I've just become
I would put him nowhere near.
But
But give me the years.
Oh, a young bandit. That's right.
Give me the years, and I would get there. And that's the problem.
I could see him being like 40 years old, complaining about every single thing. My knees hurt. I don't like these shoes.
The waiter's taking too long.
Ew, do you see that? This is not what I
Like,
want.
okay. You have literally told me that if a waiter or waitress checks your drink refill too much, as in they're trying to get a tip, you won't.
No.
You would still tip very well. I've seen
The
you tip
tipping.
very well,
The tipping is based on how many waters I get. So if they give me a lot of water, so they keep coming back and like, oh, look, your water's empty. Oh, here's another water. Or, oh, do you need anything? Yes, I need another water. And they keep getting more water. So I tip really well. If they don't come back at all and they get one water, then I don't give it a good tip.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, and you still do tip.
I still do tip, but it's like...
I've never seen you not tip, so... Which is, yeah.
I tipped 50 cents once because I got a burger that was cold and never got water. And it was like the worst Denny's experience in my life. It was like stale fries too. So I'm like, I'm giving 50 cents.
That's weird.
It was a bad time.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
For those listening to our show who are not from North America, tipping is like a huge thing here.
Yeah.
You kind of, it's just assumed that you will, and then the amount is supposed to be based on like...
I kind of wish the bull was a waiter, because then you could be like, oh, I'm going to tip the cow.
Ah! Ding that. That was good. All right, I
feel like your complaints have never been like, annoying. I've just always accepted them for who you were.
Yeah, okay. You're not a bad person with your complaints.
I know.
I was just sitting here contemplating, like, wow, like
I do
think about everything. Like,
but can I just say the difference though is that we make fun of our local, and if Bandit's listening, he would agree with this, by the way. We make fun of him for the complaints because he's an asshole with his complaints. You're not an asshole. You just
give me the years. Give me the years. When I'm as old as Bandit, not that he's that old, but he's old. He's older in comparison to a lot of people.
Grandmother.
So give me the years. I might become more jaded. Meaning, give me the years. I will become that more jaded.
You're just like me, so I mean, I know. I'm going to be a mean old man.
Both you and I are going to be in the old folks' retirement home, sitting in our rooms just bitching about everything.
Also, can I just say that I've been looking for this drawing for so long, and somebody finally just posted it in FurCast chat, the drawing of Tor seating on airplanes. And I fucking love it. So anyway, I just wanted
I'll judge that with a
It's so, I like it. Anyway, so I'm showing that in the video feed for a minute. But yeah.
So if anyone ever wants to hear, if they want to listen to people complain, you got a guy. Also,
I'm gonna complain about that picture.
Okay.
Yeah.
And say that it doesn't work because they're actually standing.
Well, yeah, but then they could sit down if they needed to.
I feel like that would get tiring.
Yeah, because that's still their legs, and they're still.
Yeah, but they don't.
But why do you need armrests when you're standing?
But again, that is feral sitting.
But like, what if they act like but
they can lay down.
Pharaohs don't.
If they lie down, the armrest would be like up here.
So then they can lie down. What's the problem with that? What's stopping them?
Their armrest will be up here.
They can fold the armrests up.
I know, but like just up here. I meant like you have to put them
down.
down.
Have the space to lay down, so like they can't put those.
Because there might be another chair like where their hands are.
Oh, look at
you can see. They can't lie down.
What?
They can't lie down.
Why not?
Because the thing that the picture in front of them is the next seat.
So why can't they?
They can't lie down because they can't go anywhere further towards the seat.
Yeah, they can. They could fold their. Yeah, that would work.
That just seems uncomfortable.
I mean, it's just a sketch concept. I just think it's cool.
I'm just because if when you sit in a chair, your feet are not like constantly on the ground, like your back of your.
I mean,
hams.
To be fair. Airplanes, as it stands currently, don't have good legroom most of the time.
Okay, but also, to be fair, there's no such thing as tours.
Okay, fuck off.
I feel like if I was a tour...
There's no such thing as stupid webby paws.
No, there is, because otters do have webby paws.
Not with thumbs.
Have you seen otter hands? They look like they have thumbs, but they don't.
All right. Well, if you're going to ruin my fun...
Well, you know what? To be fair, you're almost extinct.
That's true.
Wow.
I have an article. Well, hey, he
got really intense in here.
Also, one thing before we switch. If I was a tour, I would complain even more because like everything that's like in our world would be like not like anti-tour, but like not meant for tours. And I would be upset that I would have to get treated differently because I would be like, fuck doors, because I have like these extra legs. It just hits me in the back foot. And
I want to be treated the same, but nothing fucking works for me.
I mean, you would just have different ADA compliance.
But it would just be, I know, but it would be like every like minor inconvenience I would complain about.
Yeah.
Because I only complain about minor inconveniences.
That's the idea of those drawings, though, is an ADA compliant world.
But I would be upset because like you would know that chair would be like, there'd be like a section for tours on an airplane. And you know, like some asshole will be sitting there before you got there. And you're like, fuck you, I need that. And they're like,
I mean, that already happens.
I know. But that would make me complain.
And you would complain.
I would.
I have an article.
And I would only complain to you.
I have an article. Speaking of planes. Does the thing still say roundup or does it say news? Oh shit, it says music break. Hold on. News.
You could sing it.
There we go.
Then it would be music break.
I just had to switch the graphic to say that. All right. I'm not even going to read the headline. I'm just going to read the article.
Oh.
A woman who had returned to Scotland after vacationing in Australia didn't know she had hauled home a serpentine stowaway.
I like that.
Until she reached into her suitcase to unpack and encountered a snake coiled within her shoe.
Can you read the title now? Because actually I like the title.
Snake on a plane. Unsuspecting woman traveling from Australia brings a passenger. Snake on a plane? Is that what you liked?
Yeah, because it's like Snakes on a Plane, the movie.
Oh, okay.
It was a really, really crap movie that I watched when I was a kid, and it gave me nightmares.
The Scottish SPCA, an animal welfare charity, confirmed to NPR in an email that one of its rescue officers recovered the snake at a property in Bridge and Allen, a town located about 30 miles northeast of Gagslow. When I arrived, the snake had been contained in the collar, so I safely removed the snake from the property, Animal Rescue Officer Taylor told an emailed statement. Upon examination, Johnstone said the snake was determined to be a spotted python, which is not venomous. But how has that python wound up some 9,000 miles away from its home down under? Australia's ABC News spoke to the woman's son-in-law, Paul, who said she thought she had seen a snake slithering into her room in the middle of the night during a family visit in Mackay, a city on the east coast in Queensland, but a subsequent check yielded nothing. It's a sneaky snake.
A sneaky snack?
It's a sneaky snack.
A sneaky snack.
A sneaky snack. A few days later, Arlene said his wife Sarah helped her mother pack up, but little did they know the shoe placed in the suitcase contained an occupant, to the surprise of the woman when she got home on Friday, so it made it all the way home. She actually thought that Sarah had put a fake snake in her shoe to wind her up, so at first she thought it was a joke until she touched it and it moved, Arlene told the news outlet. ABC News says the woman brought the shoe outside and covered it with a box until help showed up. Australian Geographic calls Australia, quote, a paradise for pythons, home to more than a dozen species. Spotted pythons are one of Australia's smallest pythons, notes the Australia Zoo, growing to a little more than 4 feet. They favor the woodlands and shrubs as habitat, and despite their small size, they are known for ambush attacks on prey, including small mammals, birds, and lizards. The Scottish SPCA says the Australian snake is now in quarantine and an animal homing center in Edinburgh. So there you go. So there we go. Snakes on a plane, or one snake on a plane. So it's just snake on a plane. Oh, there's an otter tour.
I saw the picture.
It's so cute. It makes you so happy. I love the little seashells. That makes you really happy.
Seashells?
Yeah, what?
You said seashells?
Seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells
by the seashore.
Down by the seashore.
By the way, there's a few things, I mentioned this in the pre-show, but I just want to say it on air. In the FurCast Telegram chat, I don't know why, but there's 2 things that happen all the time. A, people are constantly posting tour art, and I love it. There's tons of chackets. The second thing that happens is anytime anybody new joins the FurCast Telegram chat, everybody screams at them. We all post scream stickers, and I love it. And I hope we can keep it up, because it's good. So please do it. Please do all those things. Anyway, you have a story?
Oh, do I have a story? Oh, we do. I mean, do we have a story, or do we want to...
I thought you had a story.
I mean... Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Wait, do I have a story?
Yeah, I thought you had the one NPR one.
Oh, right. Sorry, brain dumb.
It's all good.
Okay, yeah, that would work, that music. One breaks into Houston home to smoke pot and is greeted by a tiger. Meow.
Don't do drugs, kids. Did you just say meow?
Meow.
No. That ruined it.
A tiger alarmed a woman who was sneaking into a seemingly abandoned Houston home to smoke marijuana.
Well, there's your problem.
I wanted to read it as marijuana. To smoke some marijuana on Monday. Marijuana Mondays. I shouldn't do that. Anyway. Now it has found a new blah blah blah. Now it has found a new home of its own. Okay. The Cleveland Armory Black Beauty Ranch, a sanctuary located about 200 miles north of Houston, announced it was welcoming a blah 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 blah. I can't read in general. See, that's only kind of funny because of my own profession. I should be able to read.
Yeah, I'm gonna complain that you can't read.
Your complaint has been noted.
Okay. Should I call the hotline and report it, or?
Well, I mean, you were just dead. You just reported it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You'll get feedback in about a month.
Oh, wow.
When you get your telegram back. Announced that it was welcoming the tiger, according to Laura Cottingham, spokeswoman for Houston's Administration and Regulatory Affairs Department, which oversees the city's animal shelter that had been caring for the animal. Cottingham told NPR on Tuesday that the tiger was en route to its new home. If you're still caught up on the would-be smoker stumbling across an actual tiger part, let's back up. That's a lot of dashes. Every single word had a dash.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, NPR. The woman, who is remaining anonymous, told police that she had gone into the home in a residential part of East Houston when she came across the unexpected inhabitant, said Houston police spokeswoman Casey.
Do you know that there is more live tigers in Texas than in the actual wild?
And that makes me sad.
Texas has the most diverse, most populated habitat of tigers because of illegally being brought into the United States.
Oh, that actually makes more sense.
Why? What?
Because what's right on the border? Mexico.
Yeah, but...
What does Mexico have?
Tigers?
I was going to say drug dealers.
Tigers? The tigers are escaping Mexico to the U.S. That's why we need the walls.
Just saying, today, if we had like a theme, everything that we read, there's a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Today was a drug day.
Today was a drug day.
Drug test.
We need a dare lion. Right, we need a dare tiger. Instead of the dare lion.
Is it dare to do drugs?
See, it's also funny because in the past I worked at a summer camp and I had to go to a police officers and they always had like the dare like program and they all talked about the dare program and I had
somebody
to be like,
says don't tigers climb walls. Shit.
That's true.
But
that's how they're gonna get the drugs over. They're gonna just send all their tigers to climb the walls and attack us.
Oh, there's
drugs.
There's a really cute series of art online of the dare lion quitting his job at Dare and getting other jobs, and they're really cute.
Oh,
there's
I thought you were
one
gonna talk
where
about
the dare lion works at Denny's. Let me find it.
Okay, I thought you were gonna talk about like there's one of the dare lion like trying drugs and be like, oh, this is a fun.
No.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find
I'm
it.
gonna keep reading as you find that.
When it was a big thing, we used to always cross out all the other letters, so it said dare to drugs.
Your school was so edgy.
I know. Back in the 90s.
You were in a famous TV show.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh, in Anthem, the video game?
The game that you play like constantly now?
Well, I've already... whatever.
You play... Okay, you choose like one game and then you play it constantly and then you stop.
Yeah, because I beat it. And then I'm done with it.
So you beat Battlefield?
Pretty much. I've maxed out every character.
I would believe that. You did play that like every single day that you were a kid, that you could.
It got kind of boring. Because
that's why I want to play D&D with you, because at least then you can keep going.
You can keep going.
Well, if your character gets too strong, and just kill him.
I found it. There it is, right here, and then I'll just click in full. It's so cute.
That just looks like a lion.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like the dare lion.
He's got a black shirt.
It's true.
It's pretty nice though. I would give him a tip.
Oh, anyway, the one market.
You'd give him a tip.
I would give him a tip.
The one market character in the game is Sarah Lynn.
Oh yeah.
Is literally the voice actor for Sarah Lynn with the same personality of Sarah Lynn.
Yeah.
Where she's bringing wild animals into the fort.
I think of... Oh yeah, the voice actress for Sarah Lynn was also like Mabel. Yeah.
Stop playing with the bell.
But it's a bell.
But you do it, and it's just... I'm going to complain. I'm lodging a complaint.
Your complaint has been noted.
Okay.
We'll get back to you in about a month.
All right, sounds good.
What if I actually started like taking notes of every single complaint, and like a month later I'll be like, I'd bring it up again and be like, this was your complaint.
I just realized that cactus is like growing really nice because it's even more green and like luscious than it was before.
Yeah, it is doing good.
We finally found a plant that can survive.
That you can't kill.
It's the sun goddess.
I'll probably grab a cup of water and put it in there at some point.
I mean, don't save it for a while. They last a couple months usually before you have to water them.
Yeah. Well, it's been about a month, right?
Yeah. You can water it again soon.
Yeah, just like a small cup of water.
I water it every show. Like I put a little bit in every show.
Okay, then you're fine.
Wait, you do?
Yeah.
If you put like a couple,
Well,
if you
good-
put
good
like
to know
a
that,
couple
because I
drops,
don't-
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like I put like a little thing of water.
Okay,
Like
well, I'm
tiny.
glad to know that because I don't want to drown it. So thanks.
Drown the sun goddess.
Don't drown our sun goddess.
You can't. The water will put the sun out.
Here comes the sun.
Not anymore. It died. We killed the sun, and I said,
Oh, I don't have the flashlight anymore.
it's alright.
Copyright flag.
That was flat though. I'm sorry. Keys would be disappointed.
Yeah, Keys would be disappointed. We're
I'm
gonna
sorry,
have Keys
Keys.
on again. Sorry, Keys. I don't know if Keys is listening, but
I want to jingle my keys in front of Keys.
anyway,
There's still more. There's more to this
I was
article.
gonna
I was gonna be like, there's not even close. Fortunately for the woman, the tiger was locked inside a 4 feet by 8 foot feet. I hate feet instead of foot. Complain again. I'm sorry.
Complaining.
You're gonna make me notice it, and I'm gonna be like, oh shit. Then I'm gonna complain about complaining.
The first step to getting better is admitting you have
Is
a
to
problem.
complain about it.
I'm gonna complain about. I knew this would happen. I'm moving with you guys, and then you guys pick on everything that I do because I notice it. You don't pick on it.
We only pick on you during the show.
That's true. We don't talk outside of the show. People don't know that.
We do, and just it's in small, casual like walk-bys.
We barely do talk outside. Well,
Yeah.
you and me hang out all
We
the time.
do.
Yeah.
I do like casual walking by you because I only see you like maybe once a day.
Again, I'm on different fucking schedules.
I
than
know.
you.
That's I didn't say it as a problem. I just said we see each other like in casual walking by for like
the
2
only
seconds.
time that I'm like available, you're like busy playing games and I don't want to bother you.
Because you're dying.
I have
you're
like
tired.
I have like Thursday and like Fridays off, and you guys work Thursdays and Fridays.
It's true.
Then I have Saturday off for the show. Sunday I work. You guys have off.
I don't have off. I have to sing. Gotta sing for Jesus.
And then on the shifts that you're home, so you work 8 to 4, I work 12 to 9.
We
Yeah,
don't,
it
we don't
sucks.
see each other.
Yep. It's kind of funny actually. But yeah,
I should stop playing with this.
you really should.
Because when if you listen back to the show, you just hear like,
The funniest thing is like you guys are asleep a lot of times, and CJ just comes over.
okay. Can we talk about the one time that I went to bed really early, and then apparently you guys had like a full on like raging party downstairs. I didn't notice at all, and so just like, oh, did you notice that we were being so loud downstairs? I'm sorry. And
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
hear you guys all the time.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, but
I
these
slept
guys are always
through
up late playing video. You guys are up until like 4 a.m. screaming. By the way, a lot of times.
I
Which I don't mind. I don't
Not
care.
even at each other, just at games.
Yeah.
I fall asleep and I'm like out cold.
See, I'm the type of person where when I'm tired and I'm ready to sleep, I fucking sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like it doesn't matter to me what's going. Like the lights could be on.
Yes,
there could
I
be
know. That's
people
another
around.
thing that we have in common. We're out cold until I don't know if this is for you, but until like the morning when you normally wake up, and then you can wake up to like anything. So like it's like usually like 6, 7 now because
like,
it's when I have to wake up for work.
It's very hard to wake me up.
It's like 6, 7. My alarm can go off and I'll be like waking up and I'm fine and I'm good. Or your dog can open my door and I'll be like, I'm up. That happens too.
Yeah, no.
Or like something happens.
Like to me, like I'll wake up, do like a phone meeting for work, and then fall back to sleep
No, I
again.
can't do
like
that.
no, I'm constantly. For
If
me,
I
it's
have-
really hard to get to sleep. Really hard to get to sleep, and then as soon as I'm asleep, it's really hard to get awake.
If
really
I
hard
had
to
the
get
day
awake.
off, I could do that. Because then I'm like, oh yeah, I could be lazy. And then I'm kind of feel like lazy all day because of that. But if I have to do things, I have to wake up and I have to be like, okay, gotta go do shit.
Yeah. Anyway, article.
I forgot where I was. a 4 foot by 8 feet cage within the garage. She called 311, the city's non-emergency line, and animal enforcement. Officers showed up. Oh, I thought that was just animal enforcement.
This is the person that broke into the house, right?
Yes, to smoke weed. Important.
Hello,
In Texas.
I broke into a house. There's a tiger.
I wanted to smoke weed, but I feel like the tiger is judging me.
But I feel like if you were in that kind of a condition to smoke weed, that you were going to break into someone's house to do it, why not just get high with a tiger?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I feel like that would be like a furry room party. Get high with a tiger.
But then again, I guess the tiger...
High with a tiger. That does sound like high with a tiger. Sounds like an
High
album.
with the tiger.
Yeah, it's like a track.
Oh, instead of Eye of the Tiger, it'd be High with the Tiger.
High with the tiger.
That's a great show
High
title.
with the
That's a great show
tiger.
title. High with the tiger.
Bum, 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 bum,
Make it
bum,
happen.
bum. Yeah, you bring catnip. It's like you.
Catnip
have,
still works for tigers, and so do boxes.
yeah.
I love how all cats are still cats, no matter the fucking size.
It's true.
Not all cats can purr though.
That's true.
Yeah, some of them purr, but they purr in a different way.
Some
than-
cats scream.
Actually, the way that they usually split up tigers is based on if they purr or if they roar. So tigers either purr or roar. And I believe some big cats will still purr, like I believe panthers.
Some of them purr with their throat though, not the way
I
most
believe
cats
panthers purr, and
What
I
about
also
a
believe
liger?
cheetahs. I don't know what ligers do because they're kind of like a weird hybrid. I was gonna say abomination, but you know, I didn't want to insult any ligers, and then
purr. Come on, Fulfs are the real hybrids here.
I only take the pure cats in this.
Well, that's because so many wolves fuck foxes. It's just a
Yeah, I know.
natural.
Well, it's because foxes just they're inviting it. Okay, I'm just being really insulting to everybody. Like, not even just furry, just be like, oh, they're inviting it.
Yeah, people are gonna complain that you're being insulting.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna complain.
And then I'll put it.
There's a large fox population.
Yeah. Anyway, officers showed up alongside Houston police, who obtained a warrant enabling them to reach the tiger. They have to reach it. They have to reach in. Gotta pet it. The pets.
Some person posts a picture of catnip spray and says, "Gonna have a wild night."
Despite its tight quarters, the tiger was apparently healthy and seemed to be fed regularly. Officials just don't know by whom. That's creepy. Houston police have launched a criminal probe. Probes.
Was this just an abandoned house that had a tiger in it? Or
Apparently. Yeah. Yeah. It's just an abandoned house with tigers. Blah, 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 blah. Houston police have launched a criminal probe to find the tiger's still unidentified owner. It is categorically not legal to own a tiger within the Houston city limits. No shit. Smith said, animal cruelty charges could be involved. We are working to determine who owns the tiger.
Who the fuck owns it?
And who owns the property, because that may or may not be the same person. The woman is not in trouble. Oh, good. So she didn't get caught for the pot. Or she did, but they didn't care. Because she also found a tiger.
She B&R. No, breaking and entering. B&E.
Breaking and entering, yeah.
Breaking discovery.
But they probably didn't.
B&D, breaking discovery.
Breaking discovery.
Okay, you're a cop. This is your day. You get called in because there's a tiger. Would you rather do paperwork for breaking and entering and like low pot, or would you rather
got a mystery to solve?
or would you rather find out about the tiger? Because to be honest, I would rather find out about the tiger, and I'd just be like, I don't care. You're fine, lady.
Yeah.
I would much rather care about the tiger.
Yeah, like it's like weed. Like, come on, who gives a shit? It's legal in a
Also-
lot of places now, anyway.
Oh, I was gonna say another bad thing.
What?
She was probably white.
What does that
Texas
have
has the world's largest tiger population. According to the best estimates, there are now over 2,000 tigers living in the Lone Star State. The majority of them kept as backyard pets.
Meow.
Stop. That bothers me a lot.
See, from now
Like
on,
saying meow is the equivalent of saying woof or something.
Bark.
Or bark.
well, no, bark is actually just usually because a lot of pups would just do that.
ABC News: Texans keep tigers as backyard pets.
Okay. See, now actually, I'm thinking of something.
When
What-
you live
what
in
if-
Texas?
What if there's like a secret like group of, instead of like pup hoods, it's cat hoods,
There
the,
are.
the cult of the tiger.
I believe there are cat hoods.
and all they
Instead
do,
of the
all
Call
they
of
do is
Cthulhu.
like walk around and be dicks to everybody. Like they like walk up to you, like you have like your water
Like,
bottle
rather-
like
rather
on
than,
your
like, pups
desk,
that,
and they
like,
just
Rather than like pups that are like wagging and wanting to be like told that they're a good boy. Usually,
cats just want to be assholes and just leave like
Yeah.
like they walk up
Would
to
they,
you.
be, would they be kittens?
No,
Kits? They wouldn't be kids.
they wouldn't be. They would just
They
they'd just be assholes. They walk up to you and like they have like
No, I mean, what would they be called?
oh.
Instead, because pups, right, is a puppy, but it's a pup. But then
Like
there's...
many, can I just read this for while you're reading this the article? But like many Texans, Bill Rubbern is no longer satisfied with an ordinary pet. The former police chief of Dallas and his wife are proud owners of three 600-pound tigers. But why tigers? Why not a nice tabby cat? Well, we have tigers because my wife went out and bought one day without consulting me.
That's very honest.
That does actually sound like
That's a very honest.
What
The fact that there's a fucking market where you could just go to like out in Texas and be like, you know what? I really want a pet today. I'm not gonna bring home a lizard, a dog. Nah, fucking tiger.
But of the states that would do that, what one would you say? It was either going to be Florida or it's going to be Texas.
No, Florida has anacondas.
But they don't want none.
and alligators. Don't forget alligators.
Okay, the alligators do it.
But they
Yeah,
aren't
I was
pets.
gonna say.
They're used as weapons.
That's true. There aren't alligators used for drug. Wasn't there like an alligator that had cocaine?
Probably.
I feel like we read a story about an alligator that had cocaine.
I might have not been there for that.
I don't remember.
Anyway. I also just want to see like a pup party at like a con, and then like someone with a cat hood just like walking by, and all the pups just going crazy. It's like shit, there's a cat.
Wait. Is it a kit?
I don't know. Let's call up
Right, because
Toll.
you don't call pups.
Toll. We need
You
you.
don't call pups dogs, right? You call them pups. So you call
Texas
them...
has no regulations when it comes to exotic animals.
That makes sense.
Seriously?
No, none whatsoever.
Well, aren't there some federal laws about?
No.
Like, what about like piranhas? I remember hearing that they're like piranhas.
The federal laws do not apply because most of the Texas tigers are considered private pets. So no federal laws apply because it's a private pet.
Okay. Interesting.
So whatever animal you ever fucking want. You want a penguin? You go to Texas. You want a tiger? You go to Texas.
Because like here, like even to have a fox, you have to have a permit, right?
Not a fennec.
You don't have to have a permit for a fennec? I thought you had to have a permit.
You have to have a permit for a dog. Why not for
No, you just have to have
a dog license? Yeah, but
you have to have paperwork that they're vaccinated. Like
No,
I
you
know
need a
like,
dog license.
I know if you take a dog over the or
I know
through,
you do.
through
My
customs.
dogs have them.
I know if you take
It's
a
not
dog.
expensive. It's like 50,
Okay.
I think, per dog. As I keep interrupting you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm gonna complain. You keep interrupting me.
That's 3.
I know if you take a dog through customs in between Canada and the U.S., you have to have like paperwork with you that says like it's got vaccinations and that it's registered and that it's like tagged and that yada yada.
You need to
Also-
get a passport for your dog so you know it knows that it's not an illegal immigrant.
Also, the more that you complain, the slower it's going to take. So now it's 2 months because it's now 3 complaints.
Oh wow, that's
It's longer processing
You know, that's
time.
fine. I'd rather get them all in and then after a few months,
It's going to be about a year.
okay. That's fine.
Eventually.
it's fine because you know what? Then that'll be a great year.
I just want to open the world's dangerous petting zoo in Texas.
Extreme petting.
Extreme petting. Extreme zoo.
Bring your kids.
It's
Leave
like
with none.
It's like a monster truck commercial.
Leave
but it's
with
a
no
zoo.
hands.
Sunday.
Extreme petting. And monster trucker rally.
It's like the Futurama where Fry gets like a steak and feeds it to the T-Rex.
He has no
like,
hands.
No hands.
Yep.
Now, Jimmy, feed the tiger.
And I think he also like put his hands up and he's like, hey, he's licking me. And then he came back. He's like, I have no hands.
The bull says he's stealing my cookies. Is Bull in the lounge?
Yeah, he's been out there.
Oh,
he is.
Hi. Oh, I didn't know the bull was
We
out
didn't
there.
notice you.
Yeah, we didn't notice you.
It's like you're invisible.
If you live in Texas, you can buy a tiger for less than $1,000. Cheaper than some dog breeds.
I want my ex to move in Texas so I can say like my ex lives in Texas.
I just want to point
All
out
my exes
that like
are in Texas.
meanwhile, foxes are illegal in New Zealand.
And New York State.
You illegal.
No.
Can I-
No. Not as pets. The species is illegal in
an
New
entire
Zealand.
country.
Yes. You cannot import them.
But on a map,
they are not allowed.
On a map, you have nowhere to be because it doesn't exist.
So see, and then what happens is I'll go to TC Fox, who lives in New Zealand, and I'll be like, wait, so how do you live there? And he goes, shh.
I'm going to put a bunch of foxes on a boat and then push it onto New Zealand.
Shit!
I'm going to go in international waters and load up a ton of foxes onto a ship and just turn on the engine.
Just get him from that island in Japan. Just dock the ship at that island in Japan that has all the foxes, and then just sail to New Zealand.
Okay.
Fuck up New Zealand for everyone, even the hobbits.
Yep.
See, now I'm just picturing, like, if you go to New Zealand, you could have, like, a fox-only con.
Would this be considered a terrorist attack?
A fox-only con. It's very illegal.
You have to be a fox to be there, but... Like, you don't call it FoxCon, so everyone has to, like, wear a mask. And,
FoxCon?
They have to wear, like, masks and, like, walk around. It's like...
The fact that it'd be called FoxCon?
Is introducing foxes to New Zealand considered a terrorist attack?
Well,
Probably.
What's FoxCon? Oh, it's a gathering of all the fox... I mean, we manufacture smartphones.
Yep. You just call it a tech con.
Yeah, it's a tech con. Exactly.
And the furs will come anyway.
Exactly.
But I feel like releasing wolves to New Zealand would be more of a terrorist attack because, like, then you're eating like, all his sheep.
Now
anyway.
I'm actually just picturing, like, terrorists, like airdropping these, like, crates with, like,
wolves are the solution
parachutes
to
of just
things?
wolves or foxes just
you
dropping
don't
in
bomb
places.
New Zealand, you just wolf New Zealand.
Wolves
Release
are the
the wolves.
solution. We're the solution. We're not the problem.
Well,
The final solution.
The wolves are always a problem with sheep.
Oh, man.
Which New Zealand has a lot of sheep.
Which then they would have a lot of wolves.
I would actually think that would be like a big major problem. Like if you airdropped a lot of wolves into New Zealand,
So we're gonna hijack a plane, load up wolves with parachutes.
it would definitely make the news. They would be talking about all the wolf epidemic that's killing all their sheep, and it might actually do something to them.
Okay.
So we're gonna airdrop wolves on New Zealand.
We're gonna attack the sheep population.
What about the tigers in Texas then?
They're
They're attacking the rednecks.
We're talking about terrorist attacks of New Zealand.
Can I finish this article? Well,
As
eventually,
we probably said so many trigger words, now the episode.
we're on a watch list now.
We're definitely on a watch list.
I don't want to be on a
The sheep of New Zealand.
We're on the watch list in New Zealand. It's just gonna be like some like shepherd standing in a field with like a shotgun and like pointing at the air like they're coming.
Flight of the Valkyries starts playing.
Can I just say that the thing that I'm stuck on more than anything is wolf parachutes.
I don't like at first I was picturing like a box with the parachutes, but now I'm like thinking of like individual wolves with like the little parachutes around their waist and they're just falling and the wolves are just like kicking their little feet.
They're like
and they're just like drifting down.
It's a knot strike. Airdrop. It's an airdrop. Knot strike.
The big
Not
bad
striking
wolves
coming.
are coming.
I'm picturing this like in your game. Like you could call in like an
I don't know.
airstrike.
I want to make a game like this.
But that would actually also be really fun in like a war game because it'd be like, oh, wolf strike incoming, and like wolves just drop, and then like as soon as they land, like bolt for you and like try to eat you. Wolf strike incoming.
I was like, just like
I love the doggy paddling, like swimming. Oh god. Can you guys do red wolves so that the red wolves can eat the sheep and then survive?
There'll be one red wolf.
Fuck you.
It'll be like,
why only one?
you
red
have to make
wolf?
it two, like the Bible says.
It has to be proportional. So
Yes,
all the
yeah.
gray wolves and the one red wolf is the only one. Wait, it's like an equal opportunity like employer. They
you
have to
You have to Noah's Ark this plane of terrorist attack to New Zealand.
Yeah, so they have to be all male.
Yep.
You need 2x2s.
I love that famous painting of Noah's Ark with the animals walking
And the
on
two
and
male
and there's
lions.
the two male lions. Yeah, I love that. Anyway,
Beautiful. The animal officers, who are more accustomed to handling dogs and cats of the smaller variety, tranquilize the tiger loaded its cage into a horse trailer and drove it across town to the city shelter Monday, Cottingham said. The tiger slept off the drugs and seemed in good spirits by Tuesday morning. So the tiger was just...
Oh my god,
Didn't
somebody
give two
just
shits.
posted art of an anthro wolf airdropping there on the video feed. Love it. That's so cute.
See, now I'm still picturing that, but like just like a feral wolf that's like dangling, the parachute around his like mid torso, and it's just like kicking its legs like it's trying to swim, and it's just like it looks really confused.
I want to commission like really high end art of a wolf like being snarling but parachuting.
Like I could see that's like in a really shitty horror movie. Like there's like some like bimbo like running around like running away from something, and there's like wolves just with parachutes just like the Sharknado or something, and it just comes in like eats her
Wolf
face.
parachutes.
Wolf shoots.
Wolf shoots.
Blah 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 blah.
By the way, Arrow, you can turn up the volume on the TV out in the lounge if you want to hear us better. There's a remote on the table, or you could also come in here.
Or you could say it's possible that you could do that.
Possible.
Okay. All the bull jokes.
So I don't know.
'cause
There's
it's easy.
apparently it's 21st Century Wolf, and they have the song Parachute. When I searched up wolf parachute.
I'm okay with that.
I still like the idea of a knot strike.
I feel like that would just be like dropping a bunch of dildos. Not strike. Anyway, while coming across tigers, except at the zoo, it's exceedingly rare, Cottingham said. Another pet tiger was reported in the Houston area a couple of years ago. People think it's cool to have an exotic pet, Cottingham said, conceding that a baby tiger looks adorably harmless, but it's now very large and hungry and expensive to keep, and it needs a lot of space.
I stopped the music for that too.
Yeah.
Awkward silence. Yeah.
Oh.
How's it going, Bull?
What was the meme? It was like aggressive wolf or something.
The angry.
It was like I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
It was always like going like 110%. Like it's like vagina had teeth, so I stuck my whole dick in it or something like that.
Because parachute won't open, still stick the landing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like that would be it. Blah 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 blah.
I was trying to find a parachuting wolf.
Cottingham noted that this Houston tiger story has a happy ending with its upgrade from a garage cage to the sanctuary in Mershon, Texas. I can't read that word, Mershon, which comes with expert care. We are really glad it worked out as quickly as it did, Cottingham said. I said Cottingham said a lot. Whoever wrote this needed to read it. Like Cottingham said, Cottingham said, Cottingham said, Cottingham said.
Read the article.
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It ended how it began. Cottingham said.
It was Courage Wolf.
Wait, look at that. Look at that kitty.
That's
There's a
what it's
picture
called.
of it.
Anyway, how's it going, Bull?
It's going well.
Yeah.
Oh, you had a chance.
What do you mean I had a chance?
You had a chance. You said you could have said, "Oh, it's incredible."
I know there were a lot of things that I can say,
could have
but
done.
honestly, at this point, it's so overdone by other people.
I know, but if you just do it, I would like you more. I'd be like, "Yeah, he did it."
Wow.
Wait,
okay.
So I don't know.
See, I've done
I
it
don't know
before.
when you were here, but we were talking about how he complains a lot.
I do complain a lot.
Yeah, he does. I mean, I haven't been here very long. I as soon as I got here, I messaged you. Sorry.
I
As
just
soon as I got here, I was like, I'm stealing your cookies,
Yeah.
and then I did. I stole
They're
your
very
cookies.
old
I stole
cookies at this
two of
point.
them. They're very stale and crunchy.
Yeah.
They still tasted good though. I had a drink.
yeah.
Drank.
It's good.
I drank.
Some cherry
Drank.
vanilla Coke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I know.
What'd you
Anyway,
I
I think
got
we're
it
pretty
at-
much ready to end the show here.
I got it at Wegmans. Yes, from their Coca-Cola machine. I love those machines. They're great.
They're a pain in the ass to maintain. though.
K9th parachute, not regiment. Thank you for
Tactical
that.
knock straight.
I miss so many jokes. I wish I could laugh
did.
along.
We're talking about wolves parachuting into New Zealand.
I noticed that.
To attack the sheep.
Yep.
No, because I was saying like
To just-
foxes aren't allowed, but because I was going to make a terrorist attack against New Zealand by just putting a bunch of foxes on a boat and then sending it in overdrive till it boarded the land, and then they all ran because then they would never be able to catch them all, and then eventually they would spread.
Works.
So yeah,
People like your sweatshirt.
My sweatshirt. Thank you. I like it too. That's why I picked it out.
yeah.
It does look very gay.
I know. I get told that all the time, and
really
honestly, that I love it because of that. It's funny. It's not even a joke among my friends, but they tell me that when I wear this, I look like a bottom.
You do.
look
Like
a
it's
bottom.
not. It's not even me being a bottom. Isn't even a joke among my.
I mean,
my
it is a
normie
joke.
friends. No, among you guys.
Well, I
it's
mean,
like,
it's not a joke because you are a bottom.
It's
just
not.
are.
I know, but it's not like an ongoing joke with like my friends, like it is with you guys, because
Right.
you're not my friends. But any.
Perfect answer.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I take it.
Flawless.
I'm okay with it.
Thank you.
Let me just nod like I'm agreeing with you there.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
Who are you?
I'm a Rayo.
Are you?
Yeah.
He's an Oreo.
Oh
He's
yeah.
white and black
Yeah, you're white
with the
and black.
cream filling.
Oh, there's gray.
he likes
there's
to keep
some
it separate.
purple, there's some gold.
The white and the black is separate.
Your Sona is pretty fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, can we talk about
But
something?
he's still cream filled.
What?
I got really really upset when you're like,
Okay, complaining again.
I know.
What did I do?
I know. So we're okay. Just so everyone knows, like we're actually going to try to start playing D&D as a house group, and like we're trying, and like everyone's like creating characters right now, and we're like coming up with things. Like I'm going with like an edgelord, drow, which is a dark elf thing. Pharaoh wants to be a what?
A barbarian.
A barbarian.
What?
A barbarian mixed with a bard.
My axe is my axe.
Nice.
And like we were like, oh, we can invite like the bull, and we can invite Shock, and then both of you, well, both separate at different times, you were like, can I just use my Sona? And I'm like, we're like, yeah, sure, if you make a Sona, if you make like a background for it. And then you're just like, here's my ref sheet, and we're like, what the fuck?
You didn't say background. You said, can you describe them? And I was like, yes, this is my ref sheet. I don't know anything about D&D.
You
was
gotta
like,
make
they
a
just wanna know.
character,
I
like,
was like, oh, they
actually-
just want to know what the character looks like. Here, I have a ref sheet.
So have like a reason, and then you were like, you got all like,
You sound mad.
Yeah.
why are you mad?
I'm not mad. Just plans.
About what?
When we were planning, and then Paul just like was like, "Oh, I'll be over." And
Oh yeah, like we were planning like that night, and then you're like, oh, I'm in bed.
I honestly thought that we weren't I thought we were all going to get together, and that was what we were going to do.
Wouldn't that we still wouldn't we all have gotten
We
together
would've
that
gotten
night
together
and
that
then
night.
talked about it?
Shock wasn't able to come.
You could still come.
That's
You
true,
don't-
but
you
I
don't
thought
have
we
to
were
bring
all,
Shock.
I thought this was.
We would be creating 3 characters. It still would have taken Furkin forever.
I
Shock
also had
treatment.
to. I also had to be home by midnight. So I
we
was
could have
like-
done yours first. And I
You
guess
said it was going to take a long time.
for all 3 of us.
9:30 to like 11. you
If we
still have
focused
time.
on yours first, you would have got yours done probably within like 30, 45 minutes. You could have left, and then we could have kept on doing ours, but we could have been able to help you. Because you don't know anything about D&D.
It's true.
Name
Do you
one
know what it's-
class.
Do you know what it stands for?
Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, good for
Part
you.
1.
Okay, I know that much about it.
Name a class. Name an actual race. Name the race that you're going to be.
What do
Okay,
you roll
I'm
for?
sorry.
What do you roll for?
Can I just say that you are accusing a person who has never played D&D,
I
which
know.
is why you're going to play D&D with
I
them.
know.
That they don't know how to. Then why
Ha,
you
this
sound
guy,
like you're,
this
you
guy
sound
doesn't know
like-
how to play D&D.
You sound
Let's
like you're
quiz
so
him on
snarky.
D&D
Yeah, you're
knowledge.
like, well, name a class. Well, no shit, he doesn't know it. Why would he know it?
Everyone's so touchy today.
Barbarian.
I like it.
I'm complaining about you're complaining about his complaining.
I like it.
What was I
This is
complaining
me
about?
feeling comfortable.
This
Everyone's
is
complaining.
circular complaining here.
The bitch fest. I like it.
When did I complain?
Bitch fest is a
Bitch
great.
fest.
I don't know.
Show title, bitch fest.
I'm complaining that you've never complained.
Sorry.
I would actually.
Sorry.
See, I
Fucking
actually,
Canadians.
I actually have complained to friends because they didn't complain. I'm like, you don't complain enough. You seem too happy, and I don't like it.
That's such a shitty thing to do.
No,
Like,
okay. There's being too happy, and then
How do you
like,
go through life having things bother you that much?
It feels good.
Yeah, I hate
know.
it.
I don't know.
feels good.
Nico's like,
Okay.
I hate when people are happy.
Okay, to get some insight in my yeah, it kind of does actually. To get an insight in my head, I actually got like upset. I get like when I have a relationship, I like it because like I have someone to complain to. Like that is super important to me. Like it's not complaining about big things; it's about complaining about little things. So Paradox, you could attest to this because like we're not in a relationship, obviously we're just friends. But you got that spot of me like having someone to complain to.
Yeah, and
so,
I
like,
enjoy it.
Yeah, like it's never a big thing. I don't usually complain about a lot of things. It's like little things.
I do miss your previous relationship. You and your mate used to beat each other up all the time.
Yeah, we did.
Like physically. You guys would like
I was about to joke and say, what was it, physical?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
We never like did anything to bruise.
Like slap fights though. It was like
No, it would start that way. And then it got escalated.
But it was still slap fights.
It would still be slapping. And then it would be like, I grab his hands to make him stop and like push him down. And then he's like kicking me. And then we're like moving and then we roll around. And it gets like a little violent, but no, we don't actually hurt each other. And it was really fun.
It was really cute.
They fought with actions, not words.
Yeah.
Definitely.
we never actually fought like arguing. We only hit each other.
They only hit each other.
It's like so surreal.
It was really fun.
That's how some relationships work.
Man, I just love beating my boy.
And to be honest,
arguing.
Like Paradox and I were talking to him, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, we missed that." And then he's like, "Yeah, I missed that too." He liked it. He thought it was fun.
Yeah. They were actually kind of fun fights to watch.
It was.
It was fun. It was so.
It was never actually okay. Fighting is
like you'd just be sitting on the couch and they'd be over there hitting each other.
Nico can't use a drill, so think of his level of fighting, and then you'll understand that. Like,
my hands are soft. If I hit you, it doesn't hurt.
It's like a pillow fight, but
your
with
hand being soft isn't what makes it not hurt. It's you being weak.
Wow! Damn!
What are you gonna do? Hit me?
I missed you.
I missed you guys too.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you.
Hit me?
Oh, you're mad. Okay. Hit me then, huh?
See, the problem is that actually got to me a little bit because I got really quiet, and I'm just like, oh my God. I have nothing to say.
But because while you don't like it, it was kind of rude. You appreciate like a clever.
It's both. It actually made me upset at first.
Truth
but
hurts.
then it's really funny. So it's at the same exact level of upset and funny. So I can't be like upset
in neutral.
But I want to be upset, but I can't.
It's okay.
And that makes me upset because I can't be upset about it. My life is hard.
My
life's hard.
That's a highlight.
I've been your host, Paradox Red Wolf.
He's red.
You broke him.
Feels good, man. Feels good. I've been your fabulously traumatized Blue Fox host, Pharaoh.
I've been your bitchy, complaining host, Nico, who is now like currently
out of water.
Yeah, because I'm out of water because I just got burned.
No, out of water.
Out of water.
Out of water.
Out of water. Wait, you're not gonna tip now.
Ding.
Oh, because I'm out of water. Yeah. I mean, that was for out of water instead of out of water.
Ding.
Because that deserves it, but it's just I can't tip this.
What's up? What's up, Paul?
Nothing much.
You don't want to say who
my
you are?
ego. I mean,
my ego.
I don't even. Yeah. Nah, I've been the 10-minute guest. Areo. Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I actually did.
Hey, I made those 10 minutes count.
Yeah, you did.
Hey.
So does every car crash.
Wow.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, this show is a car crash, so.
And it's slow, so that's why it takes a whole 10 minutes.
And bowls our brick wall.
Anyway, I think we're here next week. I think because Effie is coming up in like 2 or 3 weeks, I think.
2.
2 weeks?
2.
All right.
Oh, Jesus, that is 2 weeks.
I know.
So, we'll be here next week, I think, though. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for all the support.
This is the Zana Broadcasting Network.